There are some Home Depot items so wildly good that they don't just beat expensive brands, they completely crush them, and what makes the story even crazier is that most people have walked right by them without ever knowing the truth. Because we were all raised on the same comforting lie: the higher the price, the better the product. Premium brands have spent decades mastering that lie. They polish their logos, wrap their tools in fancy packaging, throw in a few buzzwords about innovation, and then slap on a price tag so high you'd think the product was forged in a secret laboratory. And because we were conditioned to trust the label instead of our own experience, we fell for it, year after year. Meanwhile, sitting quietly at Home Depot, hidden among the everyday orange shelves, were the real workhorses, the items built not to impress but to perform, not to brag but to last. Once people actually started using them, something incredible happened. The myth shattered. The first example is the Husky Professional Tool Chest, a giant middle finger to the idea that only elite brand tool chests can rule the mechanic's kingdom. For decades the throne belonged to those legendary red and chrome boxes so expensive they could cost as much as a used car, and owning one was seen as a rite of passage. You either had a premium chest or you dreamed of having one someday. But then Husky rolled in. At first pros laughed, calling it homeowner grade, a joke, something for the weekend tinkerer. But those laughs stopped the moment someone parked a Husky next to a premium chest and pulled open the drawers. The steel was thick and reassuring. The slides moved with the smooth confidence of something built to work, not to pretend. The soft close action felt like pure engineering, not budget compromise. It didn't just match the storage capacity of the big dogs, it shocked people by offering more. And when the price comparison hit, jaw, meet concrete floor. Husky was offering the same performance at a fraction of the cost, turning the entire mechanic world on its head. Sneers faded, pride wavered, the empire shook, because if a tool chest could dethrone royalty, what else could be exposed? The answer arrived coated in dust and debris with the rigid shop vacuum. Every job site has its workhorse, and for years it was never orange. Contractors swore that real suction, real resilience, and real job site toughness only came from elite brands. Rigid, that was the budget brand you bought when your wallet was hurting. But then people actually started using it. Drywall dust storms, floods, shattered concrete, piles of screws and nails, Rigid didn't flinch. Contractors tried to destroy these vacuums on purpose, but Rigid just shrugged like it was bored. The suction power didn't merely impress, it stunned the professionals who thought they had seen it all. Motors lasted longer, hoses didn't collapse, tanks didn't crack, and performance rivaled machines costing triple the price. Before long the so-called bargain vacuum wasn't the backup, it became the first tool loaded onto the truck. It earned respect the only way that matters, through pain, punishment, and victory. And just when the world was adjusting to that shock, an even bigger disruption arrived, one painted bright green. Ryobi. For generations, yellow and red, DeWalt and Milwaukee, ruled the cordless kingdom. Ryobi was dismissed as the goofy budget brand for beginners who didn't know any better. But then the tests started. Not corporate tests, not marketing fluff. Real homeowners, real builders, real projects that fought back. Suddenly, that bright green drill wasn't looking so funny anymore. The torque numbers climbed disturbingly close to the premium kings. Battery life held strong. Ergonomics felt good in the hand. And the price. That was the real punch to the ego. Same job, same holes, same power, but with money left in your pocket. And then the part that made brand loyalists sweat. Ryobi's 20-year ecosystem. One battery platform powering dozens of tools with no forced obsolescence, no sudden generation shifts that make old batteries useless. While premium brands were busy inventing excuses to raise prices, Home Depot quietly built the most accessible battery system in the industry. Mockery turned into respect, respect into loyalty. The drill once laughed at started drilling straight through its competitors' reputations. If that sounds intimidating, imagine the fear caused by a tiny driver bit, Milwaukee Shockwave. Bits have always been disposable tools. They snap, they strip, they wear out. Professionals just accepted that as the cost of doing business. But Shockwave bits rewrote the rules. These tiny warriors drove hundreds, then thousands of screws without twisting or breaking. They survived impact drivers pounding them like jackhammers. They gripped metal and lumber without rounding off into uselessness. Contractors tried to kill them, and Shockwave refused to die. Suddenly, bits costing more with fancy packaging looked fragile and outdated. The smallest item became the biggest embarrassment for overpriced brands. And if a tool bit could humiliate giants, imagine the chaos when a roofing shingle entered the fight. That's where GAF Timberline arrived, another product homeowners first assumed was just a cheaper stand-in for the big roofing names. But once these shingles hit rooftops, reputations changed. Wind resistance soared past expectations. Durability shocked inspectors. Storms that shredded other roofs left Timberline barely scratched. Contractors who once insisted on premium brands found themselves whispering a new name. And here's where the momentum turned into an avalanche, because every corner of Home Depot's empire has a secret champion waiting to be discovered. The appliances aisle, packed with sleeper hits that quietly outperform flashy names. The lighting section, Home Depot exclusive brands like a Cosmart have been delivering long-lasting LED performance while big names jack up prices. In painting, Home Depot's Behr line has earned respect from professionals who used to swear only by boutique paints, because one coat of Behr often does the job that takes 2 coats of the expensive stuff. The flooring aisle, Home Depot's Lifaproof vinyl has taken over homes and rentals alike with durability that shocks even landlords. The plumbing department, Glacier Bay faucets give premium performance without the luxury markup. Everywhere you look, another overpriced giant is being dethroned. And the most delicious irony is this: the big brands keep waiting for people to wake up and realize these products must be inferior because they cost less. But the opposite is happening. People are waking up and realizing that quality doesn't come from a brand name, it comes from real-world performance. Home Depot accidentally became the place where underdogs turned into champions.